let me go across to Shushti, who's joining us live with Kobbi Shoshani, the Israeli Consul General. If you can tell us, Shushti, and speak to him and ask him what next for Israel, because it seems that Iran has already given out a warning that this is just the beginning.
Yeah. Well, of course, right now where we are present is in front of the Israel Consul General, Kobbi Shoshani, and we'll talk to him regarding the attacks which has been escalated by Iran. What exactly are the future plans for Israel? Iran has also warned, even Israeli Prime Minister has also warned serious consequences. 180 missiles were launched. How exactly are you taking this entire thing, and what are the future plans?
Good morning, Sosti, and it's very happy to be here along with you. Yes, Israel was under attack. More than 200 missiles, ballistic missiles, came to Israel. It's a very unique and very dramatic evening in Israel. I know that also my family in Israel was in the shelter for a long time. Fortunately, it was not a big damage because we are intercepted most of the missiles. Some of them fell down in Tel Aviv, some of them in the south part of Israel. But definitely, it's a dramatic evening. And as you mentioned before, our Prime Minister made it very clear: retaliation will come. It's impossible to leave it like that.
Iran has also warned the same.
We knew about the attack before because of our allies and because of our intelligence. We know that it's going to be happen. We know exactly more or less the time. And of course, our technology, we know exactly how long it's going to take to these missiles to come. Then we are actually completely clear what's going on in Iran. And I think that the Prime Minister made it very clear. It's impossible not to retaliate this way or another.
Well, of course, but US has also given out their army support, and there has been support which is coming out worldwide for Israel. Do you think that allies of US, how they will react to this, how this entire thing will pan out for the geopolitical world?
It's a very good point, and definitely America make it very clear. And I think that we are very appreciate that in a very clear voice that they made before the attack, and they stand behind Israel. And not only United States, also the European community make it very clear. Also other allies that actually supported us in this defense action, and we hope that they will also help us in the retaliation this year or another, because Iran playing a very negative role in the Middle East. You can see what's happened in the airspace in the Middle East because of the attack, and I think that everybody understands that the support of Iran, of the war in Ukraine, is also very dramatic, and I think that you should find a way to reduce the power of Iran after these 3-4 weeks that it was getting. All the proxies in the Middle East get a very intensive and crucial attacks from Israel, and they felt a little bit embarrassed because of that.
But now Israel is fighting on multiple levels, whether it be Lebanon or now again Iran. How exactly all these things will pan out, and what you are telling your citizens as well, and to your ally partners as well, how the stability will be managed in Middle East?
First of all, we are really, you're absolutely right. We are in Yemen, we are in Lebanon, we are in Gaza, and we are all over the Middle East, and it's only part of our capability. Israel is a superpower, definitely a military superpower, and don't forget that we have also ground forces in Lebanon right now that actually shooting every day the northern part of Israel. That's the first part. The second part of your question, I would like to say like that: there is a vast majority in Israel to the action of the government. Doesn't matter if you're from the opposition or coalition. Everybody supports the government of Israel because they know the negative role of Iran in the Middle East, definitely what's happened in the area. And I think that the lesson has to be heard also in the entire Middle East. And I think that we did it in a quite intensive way recently.
Death of Nasrallah has made the entire thing very complicated now. How are you assuring your allies, I'll ask this again, for managing the stability in entire Middle East? Because it's been a long time now. You have been wars at multiple fronts. How will you be managing the stability in Middle East?
Let me think about it in a completely different angle. I think the disappearance of Nasrallah make everything much clearer and much better. Because without such a terrorist that actually threatened the Middle East in so many years, he's out of the game, and also the leadership of Hezbollah, out of the Middle East bring possibility for stability. Sometimes it will be a price for it. It will be more action. It will be a more combat. But eventually, in the end of the day, in my point of view, it can bring a peace. And I think that our allies, definitely in the European countries, in India, in the United States, they understand the potential, the positive potential of everything. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. But eventually, in the end of the day, it's going to bring a new, completely era to the Middle East.
A new era for the Middle East is what Israel is right now promising. Thank you so much, Kobbi Shoshani, for joining us here, the Israeli Consul General. In fact,